if it's one thing that this podcast does, if it makes you smile, if it takes your worries away for even just a couple minutes, then we've done our job.
Do you want to be called the truest Eminem fan on the podcast?
No, man. And this guy lives in my head rent free, and I can't do anything about it. Yo, first of all, who the fuck is you, man?
You don't be asking me no questions. Who the fuck is you to be asking me no questions? Okay. Sheesh.
Yeah, this ain't sweet. I ain't waving back at you.
Nothing sweet. It's on site.
Do I give the podcast a tour?
Yeah,
is that what I do?
Give your entire address and room number.
That will not be happening.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I swear my hair looks like a freaking schoolboy. Whatever.
Schoolboy Q.
Hey guys.
Yo, David plays with his hair more than I used to when I was in like 8th grade playing basketball.
Yeah,
I have tapes of me playing basketball and just doing one of these like
dang.
Like every time I wasn't touching the ball pause, I was just like
When you had mad long hair, though,
Right?
right?
Yeah, he didn't have that hair.
Yeah.
dude.
It's like to see.
That driver's license hair.
I don't think I ever want to like take a new picture. Every time someone sees my ID, they're just like, "Oh, you look so much better now." I'm like, "Yeah, suck my dick. How about that?"
So much better. Wow, that's tough. I mean,
yeah, they're like track 4 on LP2, and I'm just like, why? Like, I like Eminem too, but you don't got to tell me.
The fact that you remember it's track 4. Goddamn.
I wasted far too many moons listening to that stupid album.
That album's good.
It's fine. It's fine.
Album's very good.
It's all right.
Come on, brother. There's a lot
I
to
give it a
hate.
solid 6.5.
Jeez.
Joking.
Too many moons have been
trolling.
passed for that album.
Too many moons.
Is this the first time Alex is gracing us with the hoodie? Like with the hoodie on?
We got Hoodie Alex.
We can hoodie up.
He's like the plugs I met too. Who?
Okay.
Yeah, that dude.
And
I'm
on that
sorry.
note,
Y'all aren't
I'm
taking the
really
bait. I'm trying to carry this pod.
on the note of Hoodie Alex, I'll intro the podcast.
What a great intro.
Welcome everybody to
What?
episode, what is it, 48? 49?
48.
48 of the Unboxing Life podcast. It is Unboxing Life After Dark because we're on a weird freaking schedule this week, but you know, hopefully some of you can relate. Well, I guess hopefully you can't relate, but you can, you'll be able to relate though. Everyone's on a weird schedule sometimes, so
Especially during this pandemic, man.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, whack ever since.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. We are coming to you live. First of all, we got our boy already mentioned, Hoodie AMO. What's going on?
That's right. That's right. What's absolutely happening? I'm
I
hyped.
think you're gonna call him Hoodie Allen.
Hoodie Allen. Yeah, I forgot. I forgot that was a rapper.
I don't do that. He had a good album 7 years ago.
Oh wow, I never knew you checked him out. That's cool.
That's back when I was in my white boy phase.
Yeah. And the white boy himself, Trevor, is my next guy. What's
Yo,
up?
how many more minutes is it gonna be before you start laughing at my name?
Folk snort. I noticed it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
God, man, we're gonna get into that shit, but
Yeah, we're gonna get into the Grammys soon enough. And then, of course, we got my man CB Cameron Lays. What's going on?
That's good. When you said the white boy himself, I really wasn't sure if you were going to intro me or Trevor after.
for himself.
Yeah,
Really?
Or me. It's a toss-up.
himself.
it's a toss-up. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a
It's a
coin
three-way
flip.
toss-up.
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
What is absolutely happening? I love that phrase from Alex. So, what's going on, everybody?
Absolutely happening.
What is
And of
happening?
course, I am your other guy on the podcast, David. And
That other guy.
we're actually,
Shout out to when I called you guys C and D mics.
yeah, oh
Shout out to
yeah,
that. Throwback. Bring it back.
Those are the
Take
days.
it back.
Super dope.
Yes. So, welcome to this episode of the podcast. Chill with us, listen to us talk about the Grammys. Maybe some updates on life. Trevor has been, of course, had some big things going on in the midst of all this. So yeah,
Kick it.
ready for that? Yeah, let's jump into our traditions first, I suppose. I feel like we start on the jokes first so much, but
I agree.
but I gotta switch it up. Cameron, let's go with you.
What is good, man?
What's good, man?
It's a quick one this episode. It's
Okay.
it's a capitalist fact.
Oh my God, here we go.
And that the smart doorbell company Ring appeared on Shark Tank and ended up walking away without a deal. They later sold their company to Amazon for $1 billion.
Sheesh. God dang.
Hell of a come up.
$1 billion.
And the what's it called? And the dude that founded Ring was on Shark Tank as a shark.
Oh wow. That's like
Oh,
do you know-
really? Dang.
Yeah.
Do you know his name or?
I don't know his name. I just know he was there as a shark, and he was like, he just like looked there. He gave everybody the side eye. He's like, I'm a shark now.
Yeah, I mean, after making that
shark.
after making that sale, you got the money to be a venture capitalist like they do. So
Honestly,
that's funny. That's crazy.
So I don't know. That's probably the only show I actually watch on like TV.
It's a good one.
I was gonna say, I don't
I
know.
can vibe with some Shark Tank.
I don't know. I guess so. I never watched
I don't watch TV anymore. All the viewing experiences I have currently are all anime. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can relate. Yep, for sure. Well, that's cool. We'll throw it to Alex. I'll go with Alex next.
I'll take it.
he's not going first, but he's going second.
Yeah. there you
All
go.
right. I'm gonna start shouting out. If I find the name of the people who give me the joke, I'm gonna shout out the name. So this is from user 2DonutKid2
Nice.
from Reddit. All right.
You
He's
slut.
got the joke. He says, "What kind of socks do pandas wear?"
White ones.
Is it gonna be like bamboo something?
I know. I was thinking of bamboo socks, but
I don't know.
Bamboo socks.
All right. The panda was to throw you off. The kind of socks they wear. They don't wear any socks. They have bare feet.
oh my god, the fact that it's a
Oh,
panda.
that was yucky. I feel like I say that every week.
Yeah, come on, man.
You're a classic
No, but
hater.
That's facts. What can you do, man?
Classic hater.
Some of us are born to hate.
If it doesn't
what
make
you
you yuck, is it really a joke?
It really
If it
Maybe
doesn't
not,
make
dude,
you
maybe
yuck,
not.
Okay, I'll throw it to Trevor because I'm selfless and I go last.
selfless. Or maybe he
Selfless
just wants the spotlight for himself. You
Facts.
peasants do your traditions first. You cucks.
Facts.
You
Sound like Brian up in the place.
He's got Yo, you still wash your own dishes?
Gotta channel the Brian.
Yo, you still mow the lawn?
You don't have
Yo.
people doing that for you.
Yo, you make that bed behind you, bro. Come on, man.
Yo, you still pay you still save money? Peasant.
You still
Just make more. All right, so
Goddamn.
I'll give some backstory to my quote. So yesterday I was part of the diversity and inclusion meeting for new hires at my new company that I work for. And at the very end, they showed like a bunch of email distribution lists that you can be a part of. And there was a bunch of communities like the Black Excellence Council. There's one for Asian Americans. There's one for Hispanics, all that kind of good stuff. And being the person that I am, I try to, stay, I guess, culturally aware of what's happening and, different struggles that people go through. There's one for women as well. And so I signed up for all of them. And I get an email this morning at like 8:20. And it was from the Black Excellence Council. And I guess they do this thing every Thursday where they send out an email to the distribution list and they say, or they give you a quote for the week and you can put it in your, Skype, like, your status bar or whatever. That's like what they want you to do. So like you can kind of advertise it or whatever. And I thought I could be part of a bigger purpose. So this is the quote that they sent me this week. And it's by Shirley Chisholm. I apologize if I butchered the shit out of her name.
Shirley Chisholm.
Chisholm?
Yeah.
Chisholm? Yeah. spelled like Stockholm, but Chisholm.
Yeah, I have a friend with, well, I guess that's not too much saying. Yeah, I have a friend with that same last name, so yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I apologize. I'm not the best at pronouncing last names, but the quote goes like this: "If they don't give you a seat at the table, bring a folding chair." And that quote is like super powerful when you think of like what she did. So she was the first African American woman in Congress in 1968. And she was the first woman and African American to seek the nomination for the president of the United States for the Democratic Party in 1972.
Dang.
She also became the second African American in New York State legislature history. So she did a whole fucking lot in terms of just fighting for equality. So shout out to her.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I've heard of her, but like, yeah, I guess I'm never educated enough on the history, I feel like, but I guess there's a lot to learn. But I know that name, but it's like, yeah, that's good. That's great to bring light to that, because obviously a very notable figure, and that's a great quote. Yeah,
right. This past Black History Month, I wanted to like do kind of like what Joe Budden did last year, where they highlighted specific like Black leaders and visionaries that kind of impacted their lives, and I never did it. Like I wanted to like take every day like maybe like 15 minutes to like research, like a Black historian or like a Black visionary or something, and I never did it. But I also don't need to wait until Black History Month to do that kind of stuff. So don't be like me, just kind of educate yourself on the go, and it doesn't have to be just Black people. It could be any background, any race that you feel inclined that you think you need to know more about. So,
yeah, there you go. It's a rich and diverse history of, with everything. Yeah,
just about everyone. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool. Well, that's hard to
your track of the week. What's your Grammy song of the year?
I feel like I should have put you last because it's gonna be hard to follow that up. But
oh well.
I guess in a little lighter, less monumental history making. Mr. Nasir Jones won his first Grammy.
Yes, sir. Congratulations, man.
Congratulations. Seriously. Yeah, that's pretty great. I mean, whatever album's gonna take it, it's good that he at least got one. Like, what the heck?
Right.
Legend, obviously.
Mm.
So I figured I'd do one of my favorite tracks from his album, which won it. Which is a great album, King's Disease. One of my
summers
of that. Yeah. Well, there's a lot of great options. There's a lot to like. I was gonna do the Cure, the Cure off that album, which I really love.
Oh wow, okay.
The closing track before Spicy, which is like a bonus track, but very classy, thoughtful, just like he's doing the classic Nas flow, the beat switch up, like with the Hit Boy just sampling the soul stuff, and then like just bringing in the I guess the break beat at the very end, sort of. Very nice.
I gotta go back to that one.
Oh yeah. It grew on me a lot because like 27 Summers and Blue Bands are super immediate, but then like the Cure was like, dang, he's saying so much, and like just laying it all out for you at the very end of the album. So check that out. If you like that, you'll probably like the album, and apparently the Grammys like it very much. So
yeah, I don't know, man. I don't agree with the pick, but I'm certainly happy for him.
Like,
This is like I guess it's it's a pretty sweet result when I'm disappointed by a Nas victory. So
yeah. Shows it was a great year.
Yeah, I mean Nas won the album. That's good. That's good. Was it as good as Most Wanted? I don't know. It was alright. I mean, technically Most Wanted is part of my fourth album. It's my fourth.
I ain't get a Grammy yet.
I ain't made a dime yet. DayVision worked on it too.
Yo, first off, who the fuck is you? My shit was John Blaze.
We had the more John Blaze. We had the more baguettes than that.
That King's Disease. That shit was aight, but my shit was more John Blaze than that.
Yeah.
Jeez,
that skit is so classic, bro. It's one of those skits you just never get tired of hearing. Yo, first of all, who the fuck is you, man?
You don't be asking me no questions. Who the fuck is you to be asking me no questions? Okay.
Sheesh.
Oh
shit. It's a good skit when Cameron's fucking laughing at it.
Yeah,
you never heard it yet.
I don't even know that. Yeah, you guys are just so fucking funny when you do it. Honestly.
Damn.
Listen to some good old Kick in the Door by Big B
True.
Smalls. Anyways, do we want to get into some Grammy?
Yeah,
Some
we're
Grammy
already
talk.
here.
I
Yeah.
know Mr. Amo has some beef with the Grammy committee board.
I was pissed. Well,
Yeah,
I don't
he's
know
got
too
some
much about
beef.
the Grammys.
Fuck the
We're
Grammys,
talking
by the
about-
way.
Yeah, that's big facts. Frick
Yeah,
off.
As always, fuck the Grammys.
Freak out.
Well, I can tell you what. So I guess I didn't really know that not all of it is televised, but I'm still pissed because let me tell you what. Bad Bunny won a Grammy, but that shit wasn't televised. They
Dang.
did him mad dirty. I'll tell you what they did. Tell me how they get this man. Like you watch a normal Grammy thing, right? And they'll break down all the songs that's in that list, and they'll play them for a little bit and show you what's good. And then they'll give this whole speech, and then you have freaking Harry Styles there clapping. He's upset that he lost, but he has to put on that face. They show that. Then they give the victory speech, which lasts a few minutes, and that's all fine and good. They gave this man, Bad Bunny, 50 seconds. Let me tell you what they did. They, boom, throw it up there. There's the nominations. Oh, and who won? Bad Bunny. And then he gives his speech. They cut his speech off in the middle of the thing, and he doesn't finish what he's saying. And I said, what the frick is this? Not to mention that guy, Trevor Noah, whatever the frick, can't even say the name of the damn album. Like, he has to pronounce the letters. He's talking about YHQLDMG. Yay.
Dang.
Frick off.
Jesus.
That's what I say.
Trevor Noah catching a stray.
Yeah, that's tough.
That's fucked up. No, that they did the same shit to fucking Aubrey a couple years ago when he won. I don't know if it was like Song of the Year or like Record of the Year, whatever. What the fuck is the difference, by the way? He won a Grammy for God's Plan, and he goes up there and he's like, "Yo, the Grammys ain't shit." Like he literally was starting to say that, like, this means nothing. Like, don't strive for this. Like, and they cut him off like mid speech, and they were just like, "Yo, we ain't having that." Nah, I mean, like, y'all ain't gonna start shitting on us like mid show.
Yeah.
So
That's such
That's
an interesting relationship where he's like, you guys can't not give me this award, so I'm just gonna say whatever the fuck I want when I'm up here.
Right. He's an artist of that caliber. That
It's like, I'm Drake. You can't ban me from winning further Grammys. So like, I'm gonna just like, not that
it even
matters.
because he's saying all that. So it's like, whatever. Yeah, that's funny.
True.
But imagine if he started upraising at the Grammys where like everybody just started doing that. Like, they can't control it.
Every single speech is, this is garbage. Yeah,
This is so shitty.
yeah, that's crazy.
Album of the year is Folklore. Why, by the way? I still to this day don't understand the praise for this album. I think it's fine. I think it's passable. I think it's cool music that you throw on in a sunrise when you're like on Route 66 or some shit like that. And you need some chill shit. You don't need your ears blaring or anything. But like, album of the year though, over Future Nostalgia though.
That's what I was looking.
That's true.
No.
No. Yeah, I was looking at that because one of my beefs with the Grammys is their freaking categories, as we alluded to. Freaking it weirds me out because that gets best album, and then Future Nostalgia got best pop like vocal performance.
Yeah,
you could. I mean, that has great vocals. You could argue that like maybe Folklore could get that. Like you could maybe argue it has more raw, like better vocals, but Future Nostalgia is just a better album. Like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay. I'm glad you feel that way.
Yeah. No, I like Folklore, but as an album, like it just seems backwards to me. Like
it was on a bunch of lists. I think Rocio and I were looking at these like end of the year like lists, like 50 best albums of this year, or whatever, like shit like we did, but like in blog form. And like Folklore hit top 10 like almost every time consistently. I'm just like, did she pay y'all to do this? Like I swear I didn't hear the same album. I swear to God. That shit put me to sleep. It was the same song over and over, and I hate using that criticism because it's such a cop out. Yeah. But there's no drums on the whole goddamn thing, man. I'm just like, fuck.
Not an album for Trevor, that's for sure.
That's very true, man. I'll take Blonde over that shit.
Where's Kanye when you need him?
Where the frick is Kanye when you need him? There you go.
Is that an actual line?
No love.
Oh my god.
Big fan.
Yeah, that's me.
Bitch, I'm gonna let you finish in a minute. You gotta wrap this tight with them.
Do you want to be called the truest Eminem fan? on the podcast?
No, man. And this guy lives in my head rent free, and I can't do anything about it because I've been conditioned to just
Oh
know
my
those
God.
lyrics.
Condition.
By
He's so
yourself.
quotable. He's so quotable because his robot freaking flow just like stands out in your head, and you just want to say like the freaking exactly how he says it. It's rough.
Dude, when I heard that shit for a whole year, that's all I played was those like 6 albums from him for a whole year. So I did it to myself. I kind of shot myself in the foot for that
That's
one.
what I said.
But he didn't even get a nomination.
Yo, Alex,
Absurd.
let's do the
The surprised face.
Which is A-okay with me.
totally fine. If what is that fucking song? Lock It Up?
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Mhm.
If that song got nominated, I would have been alright with that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Or Godzilla. But
Yeah.
other than that, we hating on him. I ain't gonna lie.
I ain't gonna lie. Yeah.
Oh man.
On the rap category, definitely would personally gun for Alfredo. Obviously, like we said.
Yeah.
It's,
Unfortunately, sorry, Nas, but you didn't have the best album there, man. And it ain't even close.
I gotta say it ain't even close, even though I definitely like the Nas album, and
I think it's totally fine. I think it's not decent.
Alfredo's great. Would have been crazy if he won, but
My name's
I
Cocaine.
like
They ain't gonna
Alfredo
put me in the
with them songs.
nominees.
yeah, that's tough.
What were you saying, Alex?
I do like Alfredo with some sauce, on the pasta.
It is that Alfredo sauce.
Alfredo sauce. I forgot Written Testimony was nominated for that category. Jesus.
I know, that was surprising. But
Over like RTJ4. We ain't gonna get into this, man, but
I almost forgot that.
that's bullshit.
Yeah, I almost
How did
forgot.
that album not get nominated though?
That's
Didn't get touched for anything.
Dude. What?
disgusting.
Yeah, that's disgusting for sure, man.
Yeah.
I'm racking my brain on that. Allegory is in there? Nah. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Like
man.
Royce, weakest album in a minute, and it's over RTJ4. I mean, I like that album too, but no, brother.
No, there's a couple of bangers on there, but RTJ4 is a hit back to back, like the whole fucking thing.
I know.
So I don't know. I don't know.
This is what happens. I don't know.
Best rap. Oh, I guess before we forget, fucking Beyonce is now the most decorated Grammy woman in history with 28 awards.
Yeah.
And apparently she's tied with Quincy Jones for second place overall behind Sir George, can't remember his name, this composer guy that I've never heard of, but apparently he has a shitload of Grammys.
I feel like it's
the train conductor.
yeah. It's kind of
Tom
cheating.
Hanks from Polar Express.
It's cheating. Like how many popular composers are in the
Cheating.
competition? Like he's just
Honestly,
dominating.
he probably won all those categories that weren't even televised. Right. No one even knows anything of those categories. It's just oh, we've heard this guy before. Let's give him another one.
Yeah, it's like Kanye. He just dominated the Christian lane by having by far the most popular Christian album in the past year.
Look him up. I want to see if you guys are completely wrong, and he's just the composer on Titanic and Gone with the Wind and every
That's
good
fine.
movie that's ever
Freaking
existed.
John Williams.
Nah,
I'll totally eat my words on that.
Is John Williams literally Titanic?
He might be.
I don't think he
He
is.
might be.
I know he's Star Wars and Indiana Jones. And
And Harry Potter.
Yeah,
Sheesh.
quite a few.
John Williams did Harry Potter?
Yes.
Really?
Legend.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's crazy.
He's done almost every great film soundtrack.
He did
Did he do
Superman.
Lord of
He
the Rings
did.
too?
Every
Wow.
original
He did.
score.
He did do Superman.
He did Jurassic Park.
What? All right.
He did Jaws as well.
Yep.
What?
John Williams.
All
John
right.
Williams is crazy. Yeah, he's good as fuck.
Yeah, he's nuts.
Yeah, that dude is a maniac.
It's once in a generation. You get him, Hans Zimmer, Ludwig Göransson is now on the rise.
Yes,
I'm
dude.
I'm a fan of. Yep.
Man, I'm so glad that I can attribute him to Gambino.
Yeah, I was thinking Redbone. Yeah.
Well, he did all camp, I think.
Oh, really?
He was he did his EP before camp.
Wow.
He hooked up with him, and yeah,
Yeah, they've been working for a while. Dang.
for sure.
That's really cool.
I could be totally wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure.
That would be nice. That would be cool. I'm a fan. Yeah.
Any other Grammy nods other than fuck the Grammys and their shit?
Not really. I have this list, but it's very much like.
Yeah, I mean, I know, like, televised, untelevised, whatever, but Alex said it earlier, like, Most Wanted not being even, like, in the conversation is pissing me off, honestly. It's really upsetting.
I think so, too.
Yeah. It's kind of disgusting, honestly.
If no DayVision, no deal, you know.
Yeah, that's what I'm
No
saying.
DayVision, no deal.
We had to back out of our performance. They were asking us to perform, and like, you didn't even nominate us. We had to pull the weekend, you know.
Yeah, you
Kind of-
pulled a Weekend and an Ari. I think Ari did that shit a couple years ago too.
What are we gonna do? We're gonna
Just
take
sit up there and hit
take
play
a
on
thing and just
SoundCloud.
boom.
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go. Be like, yeah.
I thought you were gonna start playing Blinding Lights. I'm not even gonna lie.
No. I'm good.
I looked up the camp personnel, and Ludwig Göransson is on there.
Wow, that's
All
cool.
tracks were written and produced by him as well as Gambino.
Dang, that's great. And
Fucking cool shit, man.
excuse me, and Pitchfork gave that. And what did Pitchfork give that? Like a 1 or
Jesus.
something?
A 1.6.
Frick out of here.
I looked at that again a couple of days ago, and I was like, "Wow, holy shit!"
Is that out of 5?
Out of
Out of
10.
10.
Is that a
Out of
10?
10.
Yo.
Yeesh.
Out of 10.
They called it dog water.
They called it literally dog water.
And
yeah.
now Ludwig Göransson and Gambino are like, "Cause I'm up right now." And you're stuck
You're
right
stuck
now.
right now.
Because they're freaking. Come on, now they have to be acknowledged. It's funny. Funny how that works, huh?
Funny is how it works. Yes.
Probably my last thought on the Grammys is that the box should have won something. Even apart from the fact that I really like it, it's like it's kind of just massive and like
It was literally. I don't think Savage is the song of the year. The Box is absolutely the song of the year last year.
yeah. Honestly, I mean, blew the frick up. Had that whole thing where it beat out Yummy for number 1 or whatever.
For number 1 even the Selena Gomez track when she was trying to push her shit too.
I know, it was like this man
Like,
cannot
fuck
be
y'all pop stars.
It's just frustrating every pop star in the game. Yeah.
And you just stuck this wang. I'm about to go eat her all of your shit.
Jeez.
Yo, I always be hating because we heard that in the gym every time, but I bopped every time I heard it.
Eater is not good.
Huh?
It's definitely not good.
I
Oh
love
my
that
god.
song.
Yeah, no, that song is fire.
Yeah, so
That album is fire, by the way. If y'all ain't heard that shit,
great album, yeah.
please excuse me if I'm antisocial. I think it's called, right?
For being antisocial, I think.
For being antisocial, yeah.
Yeah.
Shout
That's
out to
about it.
Roddy.
Their Grammys are definitely, yucko.
Super
yucko.
out of touch, weird,
Yucko.
super weird stuff. Oh, shout out to Big Sean for the
Oh,
Deep
man.
Reverence as well.
Nomination.
Yeah, the nomination, yeah. Super
Yeah,
proud of it.
Wait, so people are gonna be saying Unboxing Life, you guys need to make up your minds. Do we not like the Grammys? Do we like people getting in the Grammys? What do we do?
So I like that artists that we love get nominated for things that like matter to the music industry, but I hate the construct of the Grammys.
Yeah.
Like the fact that they allow you to vote and you have no idea what the fuck music you're like voting for. Like, I think the way to get on it is to like be nominated yourself or like something like that, something stupidly political like that, and then you're given the voting ballot for every category. Like, so you have to vote for everything, even if you don't know it. You don't have to participate, but if you do vote, I think you have to vote for everything. So it's just like people are just gonna grab the album that they know the best. Like that's why I'm almost positive that's why Kanye won that. Because I can almost guarantee you those albums were better than that Kanye album.
So you're
Name
saying
another Christian album.
That's the thing.
I'll wait.
NFL now.
And they're not going to sit there and like, okay, listen to this Christian
But that's
music.
the
Yeah.
fundamental problem.
I know.
Like
Yeah.
Okay, so
you're honoring albums that shouldn't even be honored. I'm sorry. I know
Well,
music is subjective, but sometimes it's not, man.
I mean, it's like, yeah, I've heard that they're like, oh, we haven't heard it. Like, and they like throw it on and they listen to like most of the album, but not even the whole album. Like,
Right.
really, that's kind of tough. That is
So-
kinda
And that's
tough.
that's the quintessential award for the music industry. Like nothing even comes close to its magnitude. So
And
I don't know, it's kind of shitty.
it's supposed to be so high class and like prestigious, and it's like, we didn't listen to it actually, but
Yeah.
it's cool to get, especially like a somewhat smaller artist to get acknowledged, like, or like someone that like the mainstream hasn't heard of, like Freddie Gibbs. It's like, probably hearing him on TV, his name on TV is like
Right.
cool.
Who the
yeah.
fuck is Freddie Gibbs?
Yeah, let me go listen to freaking Frank Lucas now that I heard his name. But the Middle America is just bumping it.
Honestly.
That'd be cool. Yeah. So yeah,
All right.
it's a fun topic.
Wraps up our Grammy talk. Sorry to shit on it for so long, but
Yeah, that's how we feel.
we want to talk about some personal adventures that we've been on this past week or so.
For sure, my man Trevor has been adventuring, and a couple of us went on that quest with him for sure.
Yes, sir. Cameron is not a real friend, and I hate you too, brother. I promise.
Aw,
Cocksucker.
darn.
So harsh, so harsh.
Nah, like
Well,
before we
that's
get to
it.
that, I did want to spread my love on the actual air and say that y'all killed that shit last week. If you guys didn't hear the podcast episode last week, it's episode 47. I was not on it, and these boys carried it to victory. It was really great. Like I'm considering like missing more episodes so I can actually listen to it because I don't listen to our podcast. So I would love to listen to more. Y'all didn't even talk about like anything of significance. Y'all just kicked it, and I loved it.
Yeah.
Wait,
I was trying to like insult y'all, like, but
yeah.
I
I loved it. You guys didn't talk about nothing significant. Great
that's what I'm
job.
saying. Like, but it was just like I was with family, you know.
Yeah,
It was a vibe.
that's true.
chill, yeah.
Chill.
Off the doom.
It also was a little bit like it would kind of be tough to strike conversational gold when Trevor's just not here. Like we have like one of the most like deep conversations we've ever had on Variety Box when you're just like not around. So it was like, just talk about whatever.
I mean, yeah,
well.
it was a weird feeling going into it, but it was still fun. I mean, it was like, all right.
Did you guys have any doubts that it would come out a little weird, or
I mean,
I
yeah.
didn't have that.
Yeah, I thought we would come out with a good episode, but I was like, there'd probably be some more like dead air, maybe, where it's like, I don't know, we have to fill.
surprisingly it wasn't. Like y'all transitioned pretty well, and we're going on with your tangents pretty nicely.
I thought we'd be just fine. I remember there was like point like in pre-pro, and Cameron was like, what does Trevor hate talking about so we could talk about it?" And we're like,
Yeah.
I don't think of anything. I don't know.
Yeah.
Do I hate talking
What
about
do you
it?
hate talking about?
No, I couldn't,
really?
couldn't
Yeah.
think of anything.
Yeah.
Anything that would be
what
good
do you hate
anyway. I don't
talking
know.
Yeah.
Oh well,
Anything come to mind?
no, not for me, but
Mhm.
I just wanted to congratulate you guys on a very successful episode. So
Thanks.
Yeah.
I'm glad
you guys
you're
did the thing,
Did
did that thing.
So this will be the second episode where people can see you in your new setup. Why don't we have? How's that happening? What you're in a different place? What is going on? Oh no!
I'll give the
Oh god! Yeah, surprise face. So what's
Dude.
happening?
Do I give the podcast a tour?
Yeah,
Is that what I do?
Give your entire address and room
Yeah,
number.
that will not be happening.
Yeah.
But I will. I don't know if y'all want that, but I'll walk us around if Cameron hasn't seen it. For you YouTube folk, if you want to see the new crib.
Yeah.
Do you want to? Is it going to be the first unboxing life vlog? New apartment tour?
Pretty
It's
much.
gonna be really shitty because I'm gonna have to unplug my mic and it's gonna come through my. I don't even know if it's gonna
we'll
pick
just-
me up.
Maybe
Oh,
we just do
yikes.
it later then. I don't know unless you really want to do it.
Let's fucking do it. Why not? Let's see.
All right. Well, this is going to be.
I'm gonna flag this real quick just so. I'm gonna unplug my shit and see if you can hear me.
Okay. This is gonna be.
Here.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
terrible. Yeah, it's
alright.
awful.
It'll do.
It'll do. All right. All right. So I'm currently in my living room. Oh my god, I look like FaZe Dab. Jesus. All right. This is my beautiful living room. So let's go from here. We'll walk in. Like, so I'm coming home from work. I'm teleworking, and I have to come home from a long commute. And I come to my kitchen. There's my beautiful kitchen.
Very nice. Very good. Full kitchen. Spacious.
For sure.
It's a little smaller than it looks, honestly. But
Do you have an ice maker?
I do, but it's in the freezer, which is the weirdest thing in the world.
That's where it always is. You have ice makers that aren't in the freezer?
No, so I understand like music makers, Jesus, ice makers are in the freezer, but the ice doesn't dispense outside of the fridge like it normally does.
I've like basically always had to go into my freezer to get ice from the ice maker. I've basically never had like front of door dispensers.
No, this is definitely new for me. So
Yeah,
so we'll walk back into the
you're
kitchen.
living the caveman lifestyle now. It's not you're going back in time.
Yeah.
My living room.
A little
Here.
open concept.
Very nice.
We're still unboxing life here, so I
Yeah.
have a shit ton of boxes that I need to get through.
Very nice.
My work,
Ooh, 2 monitors. Very professional.
Dual.
I guess. I have a balcony that I will not show you.
Mhm.
Incredible. I can just see the reflection basically of
We're gonna fucking
your light.
But yeah, and then I got my TV that I watch all the bullshit anime that I'm being forced to watch. You know?
What the heck?
Yeah, don't sound too upset about it.
Save Trevor.
No, jeez.
I actually just got a new bed a couple days ago, so
Hey.
Oh,
That's where the magic happens, baby.
yes, sir. Yes,
The
sir.
tissue.
It's a nice
It's a
color.
pretty big room,
sheets.
actually.
Burgundy.
That bookshelf is fire though.
Yeah, it's looking good. It's all full already.
Yes, sir. No, I thought the bedroom was a little small. It's like a very typical master bedroom, but
Yeah.
nice. I think it's really nice.
Does your bathroom connect immediately to it, or is it off the living room?
So I actually have an ensuite. If I, I'll just walk right into the bathroom. It's cool because like I can go right back out to the kitchen.
Yeah, that's how my apartment was in Miami. Yeah.
It's cool as shit. But I've got my washer and dryer right here. I'll spin you all around. That's nice little
Very nice.
compartment.
Heck yeah.
Very nice, dude. Happy for
A
you.
bad job filming. It's kind of awkward to hold a laptop.
In the city.
I got my bathroom. I got more counter space in here than the kitchen, so I'm a
Damn.
little upset.
You really do. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I noticed that.
You keep
show
the
you.
water bottle stuck there.
I'll show you the coveted closet. So I got a walk-in closet, which I should probably record in here because like the sound propagation is amazing in here.
Actually, you
Like,
definitely should. Wow, that your
Sound a
mic
lot
got way
better.
better. Yeah.
So I got a shitload of band shirts and all that.
Yeah, you
I
should.
got all my board games up there.
You should absolutely very weirdly record in the closet. Like the echo just gets like destroyed. It's just completely
Yeah,
gone.
no, when I was with my mom earlier, I was just like, why the fuck am I not recording in here? I sound amazing. Not bouncing off the walls at all.
It'd be really funny if you did.
There's no space in there, unfortunately, but
Mm.
yeah. So that's my teeny tiny apartment, my very first apartment by myself, which is pretty fucking scary, but it's cool.
Mhm.
We out here.
Nice, man.
We out
That might
here.
be the shittiest vlog on YouTube, but
No, it's raw. It's real.
Yeah. So welcome to Unboxing Life HGTV edition.
True, yeah.
If you're on an audio platform, hopefully you got something out of that. If you're on the video, you got the full experience.
If you're on an audio platform, honestly, welcome back.
Welcome
because-
back.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Very cool.
Sound-
Yeah.
do
Back. Yeah. Back.
See, moving is brilliantly fun, right? Carrying things, getting new beds. You told that story to us. I don't know if you want to retell it for the podcast.
dude, like that shit was very exhausting to say the least because my garage is 8 floors and it's a super tight garage and it takes about 2 minutes to get up, like no joke. And we had to use Rocio's van as like a mule almost to put in a bunch of boxes in the back and then park on my floor because I'm on the 6th floor and bring over and drag into my room. And there was a point where we were almost done and I was bringing in the couch and god damn it, I fell like 5 times. I was so exhausted and like mentally strained. I couldn't hold it up anymore. And I worked at UPS for 4 years, so I was like totally used to that kind of condition. But dude, I couldn't fucking for the life of me do it. And I'm still unboxing shit. What were you saying?
You weren't pivoting. That's what it was.
Dude, that was the longest walk from. There's a breezeway that leads from the elevator all the way past through the garage, and fuck, that was the longest mile of my life.
Yeah.
Jesus,
Yo,
that was
homie, that's another thing about that freaking garage. If you don't think if people don't know how to drive as it is, try driving in the freaking tight ass garage. People going up and you're going down. It is not fun because people will be whipping corners like it's
dude.
there.
They be whipping it like it's Tokyo Drift in there. Like this is not Fast and the Furious, but
Yeah.
I will say I'm thankful that it's open so you can actually see when people are coming. So like you can at least brake and you don't have to like meet them at the corner like you would at like a UCF parking garage or some shit.
Yeah.
But
Those parking garages are wider.
there's definitely wider, but they still come at you out of the corner like from nowhere.
That's
It's a little scary in there, but
Yeah.
no, we're still unboxing and still trying to make things work. I could not for the life of me make time to be on the podcast this past week. Like we kept delaying it. We hit from like Friday to Saturday, then it was Sunday, and then it was all right. Y'all finally recorded on Sunday, right? That was the thing.
Was that what it was?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, and I just could not do it. I've never not had time in my life to do the things I want, and this is like a complete first for me, where I'm having to prioritize doing so much in so little time. It's a little overwhelming, but we're almost to the finish line. It's not a big flex, honestly. It's very mentally taxing. But
Yeah.
I've been sleeping good these past couple nights, which is nice.
There you
That's
go.
good. Yeah.
There's that at least.
Yeah.
It was a fun time. It was a lot of vehicles in the mix, carrying
I think
stuff.
we had like 7-8 people show up for me, which is super thankful. I kept telling Rocio how thankful I was that y'all were there when we were in the car together. I was like, dude, because it's like you don't really think about it, but like amassing that many people to give up their entire day to move your shit, like that's like I'm so thankful that y'all were here. Like y'all like saved my life, honestly. Like I couldn't have done that shit without y'all. It's like I'm so thankful for you guys. Like really.
Yeah, and I just don't care about you, so I wasn't there.
Hey man, that's how it goes.
Couldn't get that flight.
Couldn't get
I
that.
already
flight.
know it's gonna be there. We've been talking about it for months.
Yeah, no.
No,
This is like the only thing I've done like with anyone outside of my family and my girlfriend since like the beginning of the pandemic. I swear to God,
Right.
like I'm not gonna miss it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna help out. So
we haven't hung out since we went to the park that one day, right? That was the last time we saw each other.
yeah, like early March, right before stuff got locked down. Yeah,
Dude, like a
Wasn't
whole
that-
year without seeing my friend like that. Nah.
it was
We had
crazy.
to end that at least.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for the open period, and you can have some crazy parties at your apartment.
I'm not sure how crazy we'll be able to get with these. I don't know how thin these walls are, but
Yeah, well-
you guys are absolutely more than welcome to come here whenever you want. You can stay for 3 days before they tow your car in the guest parking. So please, by all means,
Damn.
come over and spend the night. Please, I'm lonely.
It was like 18 hours in my apartment building, and we had a fair amount of spots.
Sheesh.
Yeah, you can stay for 3 days. That's dope.
Yeah, and
I mean, you
it's
just
a
have to
weird
change
policy because
spots,
it's
but,
like they don't even let you change spots. It's like they said that like you can stay a consecutive 3 days, but in those 72 hours, it doesn't matter if you come or go, if you leave the property or not. If you're here one after another in those 3 days, and then after that third day, they will come and tow you. I don't know how they keep track of that, but
I was gonna say, do they have like a lift gate or something, or do you have to?
they have a gate on the first floor that gets you into the garage. But
Do you have to take a ticket or something? I don't know.
I don't know.
That's crazy.
I didn't see any cameras either.
I don't know.
It's
Yeah, I don't know how they would know, but whatever.
Probably pretty loose enforcement, but still, they're like,
Yeah.
okay, we've seen that car there for a while. Honestly, there's probably enough like angry tenants and stuff that that would complain to management,
Right.
maybe, like 10% or something. Like, I've seen that car here; it's taking up a space. For God's sake, Mike, gonna come
For God's sake.
freaking car on the roof is bothering them.
Oh my lord.
my nephew is coming to visit this weekend. If my car is still there,
We
Yeah, you sound like the Dursleys.
I was trying to I was trying to find apartments in Miami before I found the one that I ended up staying at for the last year or so. And I found this other one that was like a building that had a homeowners association, and my roommate's dad was like that we shouldn't, and mom that we shouldn't do that, and he told us about the existence of what he called condo commandos, which are just retired dudes who like have nothing better to do than go around and like complain about shit in the building.
Oh my god!
So like those type of people
sounds like the most
confirmed
horrid
exist.
life ever.
Yeah,
Bro, there's always some. Yeah, that's my sister. They have homeowners association, and it's like inevitably you get stories of that. Like,
yeah,
your grass is like half an inch too long or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
people have filed a like formal complaint about their grass being too long. Like, and it's like, all right, I missed it for like a week when I was gonna cut it. It's like, geez, Louise, man. And that does translate to a degree to like when you don't have that, but it's the worst when you have it. Like, we do have some neighbors in our neighborhood, even without a homeowners association, who are like very freaking like, keep your yard, this way and whatever. They like hate us because like we're somewhat messy. Like sometimes it's like, you really are. I pity you quite a bit. I'm not
Get
gonna
a hobby.
Yeah.
I do live in a homeowners association, and there's like this freaking old lady a couple houses down that just is like the nosiest lady ever. If you're watching this lady, frick you, because this lady will be like,
She's probably watching you right now. I'm gonna keep your mouth shut.
probably frick you. I don't care. Come from me. You're old.
You're old.
This lady is the type of person to complain about somebody having their car parked in the street overnight, but then she be doing the same exact thing. It don't make sense. The last time this freaking woman was like got in her car, and then she was like leaving, but then she stopped to talk to the neighbor a couple of houses down from her car, but she was in the middle of the road talking to this person. So I'm now coming through. I can't go left or right because he's in the middle of the road. So I'm like, what the frick are you doing?
And if you beep, she's not gonna be able to hear you.
And then I got around her so tight, I went slow, and then I'm just like looking at her, and then she's like waving like it's all good. I'm like, don't freaking wave at me.
Nah, man, yeah, this ain't sweet. I ain't waving back at you.
Nothing sweet. It's on site. Next time,
like, you don't see that you're literally taking up the whole road to have a conversation with your next door neighbor from your car. Good job.
That is annoying. Goodness gracious.
We went out to dinner earlier, and I was, I got through my maze of my fucking garage, and I get down to the gate, and it's opening very slowly, as all gates do, and there's a fucking Mercedes like right in the middle of the road, and I'm just like, okay, can you kind of move a little bit? And I'm just sitting there, and like a good 15 seconds pass, and this lady's like walking from the mailboxes into the road, and I guess it was like an Uber. And she's just the car's just casually taking up the space, and I'm just like, yeah, I don't have to move or anything. I could just sit here all night, like people are so inconsiderate.
I got nowhere to be.
Yeah,
like at all.
Yeah, when it's like the road, I feel like the sense of like the road is a place where people are gonna come up behind you should be so universal. And like, I need to get out of the way. Like, I'm always thinking that. Like, even if I'm going slow in like a parking lot, I'm like, all right, let me make sure I'm not like whatever. And some people just don't have it. Yeah.
It's
that takes a lot of patience to just wait for the car. I would be like, bruh.
Yeah.
I'd be beep after a good 4 seconds or so. I try to give them time because road rage is a thing. Like when people are behind the wheel, they turn into monsters. Like you have no idea. Like my mind always goes to what if they fucking whip out a gun and shoot me, like that. That's like the first thing I think of. I'm serious. Like I wish I didn't think like that, but that shit happens. So
it's a fair thing.
That's why I stopped flipping the bird on the road, man. Because people react violently to that.
Yeah. I don't.
So no matter how much I hate your driving, I'm not flipping you off. I may stare you down, like when I'm passing you, like. That's it. That's all I'm doing.
Yeah, I don't. If I see you with your phone, anyone who's looking down, they're getting the horn from me. So.
Fair enough.
And then half the time, and more than half the time, they don't even know what the hell's going on. They like look up like around, like
and they're going 60 miles an hour in lane 3 of I-4. I'm just like, you're gonna die, like, and you're gonna kill someone else too.
Yeah, drive freaking safe. Pay attention, people.
That's why I cannot feel bad for these people. Like, when you get in a car, it's not just you anymore.
No, it's literally not about you at all. It's about everyone else and how you react to that. Like,
Yeah, I'm always thinking of like a family of 4 with like a baby, like, you know, like that could be very well who it is, like, just for God's sake.
That's
can you guys like, are you guys like super against being passengers now? Because in my like adulthood, I can't be a passenger anymore. I have to drive. I have to be the one driving.
I'm fine with it.
It depends who's driving.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
exactly that. It's like I know my good drivers from my bad drivers, you know. And like
My mom scares the shit out of me. Like, I love you if you're listening, but God fucking damn, dude. She like we were coming from Publix one time. I think this was last week, and she bought a sub for lunch. She bought us subs, and so we're eating. And she did this thing when I was younger, where like my dad did this as well, where they eat while they drive, and they drive with their knees. So they sit there with the knee on the steering wheel, and they drive with their knee, and they go down to take a bite or whatever. And I'm just like, I'm losing my shit in my head. Like, we've had so many arguments of me like shitting on her driving that I didn't want to do it. I just didn't. I didn't feel like having that argument. But like, for like a good 5 minutes, she was sitting there eating her sub and just enjoying the shit of the sub. And I had a bomb sub, and I couldn't enjoy it. I was just like, at one point, I just stopped moving, and I just looked towards the windshield. I'm just sitting there like, and then like she looks over and she's like, "Trevor, you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good." You know, and I hate it.
I get you. Yeah, it's I've never even tried to drive with my knees. I just figure I would not be good at it. So I'm like, all right.
As you should.
Even if your wheels are perfectly aligned and you have the best tires, and you're not gonna pop a tire at any moment, you could hit a pothole. You know, someone could swerve in your lane and hit you for a split second, and you're in a pole and you die. Yeah, it's that quick.
Yeah, I don't that's too much complacency for me. Like I need to be like ready to react to something. And if you're driving with your knees, it's like you can't react in a second. Cuz like if someone comes in on your lane or something like that, you could react to that pretty well. But if I'm driving with my knees, I mean, it's probably really hard to be that good at it that you can like jerk your wheel to the side to like and also not go out of your lane and not like cause an accident or something.
No, the knee is strictly there to keep it in place. The knee is strictly there to keep it in place. It's not to drive with it.
Yeah.
Kind of anxious lately, just like driving next to literally anybody, or like coming up on somebody in a different lane, but I'm faster than them. I always get a little bit anxious because
facts, man. It's been getting worse, dude.
The lane, like it's nothing.
Yeah,
especially when especially that even gets worse when people are braking on the right, like you'll be in like the middle lane on the highway, and someone will be braking on the other, like your right lane, and they'll just be like, "Oh, well, I'm pissed. Let me go swerve in the lane so I don't have to brake." You know, people do that shit all the time too. So the second I see braking, I'm braking. Like I'm not playing this game.
Yeah, I just put my foot over the brake because I know I might have to brake.
Yeah,
like I let the car roll. I don't put on the gas, but I'm on the brake, ready to go. But it's just like people don't use their signal, and even when they do use their signal, they just think that means that now they put their signal on in that exact second. They're good to go.
Yeah,
good to go.
Like as if it's not supposed to be a preemptive warning, as if it's just like a courtesy. Like
just like they've turned on like like they just phased into a different freaking dimension where they can just pass through other cars and just turn.
Yeah, the fucking media.
Yeah,
Lemillion.
Yeah, true. Yeah, it's that's the closest, and like I've had a slight collision with people transitioning lanes, and one where like a truck almost hit me like changing lanes. It's always quite dangerous. I had one where I was heading home, and this girl just it was lucky because she like went into my lane and we tapped side view mirrors, and then it was like, oh, and then she swerved and we went over, and it was like no damage to even the side view mirrors.
Oh my God.
It was so close, and that was the only thing that alerted her. It was crazy.
Definitely the closest I've ever come to dying on the road was I was driving home from my high school job, and it was the dead of winter. It was a like Christmas themed place, and there had already been snow on the ground, and it was snowing as well. So it was just like, and I was in my '96 Toyota Corolla, so like tiny little car, not a lot of acceleration, not a lot of power, not a lot of braking power. so not a great car to have in the snow. And I was driving down this back road, and I see the pair of headlights like in the distance, and I see them slowly start to cross the double yellow line.
Oh.
And I realized this car is going to hit me if I don't move. And he literally just like, I don't know if this guy was drunk, if he was like falling asleep. He kept going down I don't know if he crashed or whatever down the line, but he came like over, and his car was like half and half over on my side of the road. And I like hit the brakes and swerved off to like thankfully there was room on like the right side of the road on the shoulder that I could move. And like literally if I didn't move, he would have just gone straight through me. I would have been toast. So yeah, it was scary as shit.
That's terrifying. There you go. Pay attention, man. Defensive driving.
The worst part is like I feel like every time I hear about someone dying in a car accident with someone that's like drunk behind the wheel, the guy that's drunk never dies, and it's always the person that was completely sober that just like keeps like they take their life in it.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't say never, but pretty often you see that happen. Yeah, somehow they manage to survive. It's a weird cursed thing.
Yeah.
The other person. Yeah. Yep.
Do you guys think that one DUI you should never be able to drive again?
I mean,
I don't know.
Not really. I think you should like have to go. I don't know how. I actually don't know what the policy is now. Like you go to rehab maybe, or you have to wait years.
Nowadays,
another test or
nowadays probably like frick.
I mean,
let
you got no
anybody on the
excuse
road
now,
man.
literally.
Yeah,
With
they literally
Uber,
let anybody on the road.
You didn't really have that many excuses before, but now you got Uber.
Yeah,
You can literally get a ride anywhere.
Yeah, and also people didn't used to care as much because obviously like cars didn't used to go this fast and be this powerful and be this big and everything. So you weren't like, I think DUI crashes and fatalities are way higher now than they ever used to be, like, 30, 40 years ago. And especially now that we have statistics that tell us, oh, being drunk behind the wheel is this bad. It does cause crashes this more often than not. Like you're not actually, because you feel fine to drive.
No.
So it's like, so I'll never do it. I know, like that's something I've always said, and that like, my mom has been like, okay, you can, go out, but be safe. Like, don't drive drunk. And I'm like, no, I will never drive drunk because, like you said, if I was to drive drunk and kill another person and live myself, I would not be able to live with that guilt. That'd be the most horrendous thing I could do to a person, is just like thoughtlessly take their life, like just because. Yeah, it's
because you couldn't. You were just selfish as fuck.
It's such a high cost mistake for how easy it is to do. So it's just like, just don't fucking do it.
Yeah, high cost, no reward. Literally, you get negative reward.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't drive drunk.
It also doesn't help that cars these days are literally freaking made of aluminum. That shit bends like tinfoil in like any collision.
Yeah, man.
Some of them are supposed to. Some of them are built to absorb the impact, as opposed to just being like a brick and like not. They're called crumple zones, quite literally. Like they're empty space around the engine block to absorb the impact of a crash.
Mm-hmm.
So like they're supposed to fold sometimes, and so like if you had just a brick in front of you, you would have no absorption of the impact, and you would just like take it full on your chest. So. Some of them are built like that, but yeah, there's a lot of cool safety stuff, and the auto driving cars and stuff like that. Which,
nah, I'm cool, dog.
I
ain't doing that iRobot shit where he just like leans back and fucking falls asleep on the tunnel that's going 50 miles or whatever. Nah, I'm cool, dog.
I think that's the most realistic feature. Yeah, where every car can go 200 miles an hour because it's like a train, right? Where like every car is linked up to each other. So like if it stops, then you stop in tandem. So there's no like.
What happens when the network goes down?
We'll see.
I'm so cool on that, man. No.
For that to work, everybody would have to assimilate to that new lifestyle, and there's gonna be people who are not gonna want to do that, like me, because I'm never doing
eventually.
that.
Yeah,
that's like brain chips for me. I'll die on the hill.
Yeah, our generation will, but maybe in 2 generations they won't care.
Yeah, but there's that transition of like people not wanting to not drive and
that'll be us and probably our kids and maybe their kids. But I think it'll eventually happen because it's just too efficient not to almost.
I think by our kids being like adults, I think it'll be really Well, I don't know. I think it'll be really prevalent by then if the money is right and everything.
Yeah, I was gonna say then it just becomes a purchasability thing.
Yeah, because I know.
It's
I mean,
like
I know
VR.
like
And affordability.
I know people older than me who are totally fine with it. But I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not. It's not like brain chips to me because if you can mathematically like get everyone on board and mathematically prove that like accidents are way down, like they are a big cause of deaths like yearly already. So it could be something.
Millions,
But
literally millions of people die in auto accidents every year.
yeah, humans are not good at that kind of thing. Like we talked.
No, I don't think we're exactly built
given
to drive
the way the
70-mile-an-hour bullets.
Given the way the systems are set up, it's interesting. Yeah.
But I'm not sure how comfortable I would be.
I get you.
I'd be on an algorithm or something. I think
I would. Yeah.
my life in my hands if I could.
They
It's
need to
already so dangerous, and to not have control
I know,
of it is
yeah.
just completely mind-boggling to me.
They need to have a way to like take control and then
Absolutely, yeah. No,
which
you've seen that robot. He comes back and then he just like kicks it back into gear, or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna have that.
I would also always want to like I would be okay with that with not driving on the roads like all the time as long as there was a place I could go to drive sometimes like a racetrack or like something like that. But even just like a leisure
John Wick
track
just
of
pull off
some sort
steam.
where you can just drive at whatever speed. But yeah, I would still want because I like driving and obviously listening to music while driving is one of life's greater pleasures. So
That and food.
That and food, yeah. So.
Yeah.
Food while driving? Don't do that.
Don't do that. Yes, please, Alex. No, I do enjoy the act of driving as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Sort of therapeutic, honestly. Kind of get away from your worries.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you guys were talking about you go on, Trevor especially, and David, you as well, go on walks, and you've been almost like prescribing it to me. And I like actually started taking my dog for long walks recently, and it is the shit. It is like humans
Quite
are literally
so mentally relieving. Oh my god,
we're
I can't I can't.
Yeah, we're literally like the cardio species. We're meant to just like be going long distances at basically all times. So,
right,
like we're persistence predators. Supposedly, like we chase down our food over like hours, and like so it's like to never move, to have been cooped up and just doing nothing. But my best exercise is going up and down the stairs, basically, like actually getting out, even though it's not like intensive exercise, like just actually walking around and stretching your legs and getting out there is very nice.
Getting some sunlight, getting some natural
sunlight
light
as well.
Yeah.
Some fresh air. It goes a
super
long
nice.
fucking way for your psyche. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. There's doing the long walk and get an exercise component, but also just the whatever length it is, you get that contemplation of just just by yourself. It's so nice to have alone time, especially outside.
I like listening to podcasts. Like you guys can listen to the Unboxing Life podcast while you guys go take your long walks.
Very true. Very true.
Long walks. Yeah, we do have enough episodes to keep you company for
That's very true.
quite a while, honestly.
Yeah,
probably-
very true.
Do we have? We got to be nearing like 100 hours of content. We're probably already there. 'Cause
What?
I think,
We've way past 100 hours of content.
yeah, because
I
most of
suppose
our
so.
Not even
most of our episodes are at least an hour, and we have
Yeah.
several that are over 2 and a couple over 3.
Yeah,
So-
we definitely have 100
Damn.
hours.
Over 100 hours of the Unboxing
And all
Life
the
podcast.
hour and a half episodes.
Yeah. That was our norm. Our sweet spot was like an hour
and a half,
40.
yeah.
Yeah,
Damn.
something to think about.
Something to think about for sure. And our anniversary is coming up like quicker than I realized. That we're only 4 months away from it
Yeah.
for doing this a
Yeah.
straight year. Haven't missed a week yet. Knock on wood. I got my wood end table right here. I'm knocking on wood.
Right. And if you appreciate that and want to dive into all those hours, we got the socials underneath now with a new format.
Oh yeah, and we got our nice
little.
little neon border that we got.
Oh,
going
yeah.
on here. Shout out to homie Amo for that. Shit look
Shout out.
fire as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Super
Reddit,
appreciate it.
Instagram, Twitter. You know how it is.
Yeah.
Best give us a
John.
rating on Apple Podcasts, of course.
Yeah, we keep fucking forgetting to put that in there. I gotta make it a habit because
Said it a few times.
definitely helps us. But
Yeah.
yeah, seriously, if you guys could rate us anywhere you see fit, especially on Apple Podcasts,
Big
doesn't
facts.
matter what the rating is, just give it to us and maybe write us a little love note, we'll try to read it on the podcast. And by try, I mean we'll probably read it like 4 times because we need content.
Yeah, we'll just like keep reading it and dissecting it and thinking about it. Yeah. We will unbox your review.
We will unbox your review. That meme will never die. This name was. I love our name, man. I'm so glad we went with Unboxing Life.
Yeah.
It's so fire.
I know. Yeah. We never talked about our different names. We could do an episode where we talked about.
How about we can do that on our anniversary when we when we look back on the podcast. We can look back on the inception and stuff.
Yes. Yeah. Some were not it. So look forward to that.
Some were not it. That's true. That's
Some were definitely
true.
not it. That's
Some
definitely true.
of the names were not the names. Yes, that's true.
I'll give you a little taste. One of them was Thoughts Left on Red. Like, that shit was ass. I like the idea, hate the name. So
that was one of the finalists too. That was like
that was the name. I made that the IG account name.
How long was it before you guys or we realized that it sounded like THOTS left on red?
It was quick. I mean, I think what Trevor and I were texting about it first. And it sounds like.
Oh, that's what you mean. Yeah. It didn't hit me, honestly.
I think
it doesn't hit.
I want to say I texted you about it some pretty
probably.
Quickly.
Thoughts left on red. We're just leaving them on red.
Yep.
Constantly.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, them harlots in your DMs.
Yeah.
Just leaving them on red.
Oh, God.
Yep.
Calling back to an episode that I wasn't even on.
There you go. He's a real fan.
Brother.
Yes, sir. So we appreciate everybody for listening, and hope we've filled a space. Fill the space in your. What am I saying?
In your life? Yeah, no, you're good. You got it.
Fill some
an
time.
empty space in your life.
Yeah, entertained you, made
goodness.
you think about crazy stuff. Stimulated your mind.
That's what we try to do here.
Yes.
If anything, I'll let you finish. I'll do that later.
I don't know. Thanks for listening. It's been real.
Yep, I'm constantly chilling with my
Constantly.
boys.
Constantly.
We talked about a flow of things.
Mm-hmm.
The big takeaways: drive safe, man.
True.
People at driving, you gotta be the one that's good at driving.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's too many people that suck. So be safe. If you're listening to in the car, that's great. Keep your eyes on the road, though.
Please.
Yeah. Be the driver you want to see on the road.
Honestly,
That's
only
true.
pick up your phone if you're at a red light. Honestly, just keep the phone away.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep, we'll be talking or not talking if you choose to not pick up your phone or not. So we'll be there. So we can wait.
Yeah, don't touch that dial. We'll be back with another one.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Let us know what you think about our podcast. Give us some feedback on what we could do to improve. Yeah, it's late. I'm tired. I love everybody. I love all you. I love everybody listening. I love my merry man.
Yeah.
Yep, that's it for me.
All right, dude.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Right back at you.
Yeah, if you're on YouTube, you can already see the socials down below. But for audio listeners, I'll say it's at Unboxing Life Pod on Twitter and Instagram, and r/Unboxing Life Podcast on Reddit. So follow us on there and give us feedback. Talk to us, start a conversation. We'd love to hear from you guys. So with that, I'll say adios, everyone.
Hey, I'm super happy to be back with the boys for another variety installment. Even though I loved y'all as a trio, I think we served the people better as a quartet. So I think we'll keep it this way. I think I'll stay on the pod.
Nice.
And I was gonna say earlier before I was cutting David off massively, that if it's one thing that this podcast does, if it makes you smile, if it takes your worries away for even just a couple minutes, then we've done our job. That's pretty much what I want this to be. So that's why I love podcasting, and that's why I just love candid conversation like this, and why it's so important to just kick back and chill with your friends, even if you're not, recording a podcast like us. This is an excuse for me to talk to these guys every fucking week. So I'm super thankful for that. So try and find some time to listen or to talk to your friends and just kick it about dumb shit. It doesn't have to be, stress 24/7. So remember that work means nothing at the end of the day. It's it's just a means to an end. Just make sure you're happy at the end of the day. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, and peace out, baby.